Hey, welcome to the Replay Dugout. I'm Tom Abbott, and last night I had a doozy of a game. It was an absolute shootout, um, and the Tigers were down 7-2 at one point and came back to win. There were a total of 7 home runs in this game. It was crazy. It's a replay using Digital Diamond Baseball of the May 3rd, 1984 game. As you know, the Tigers were started off 1984 35-5, which is crazy. And in my replay, I'm just now starting to pull away from 500. I was struggling there for a bit. 2 games under 500, 1 game under 500, kind of stayed there for a bit. And now I'm on, I believe it's a 4-game winning streak. And so now in first place in the American League East. Again, this is 1984. There's no AL Central. It's American League East. And anyways, let's take a look at the box score in this game. It was a fun game to play. And by the way, I played this on, again, Digital Diamond. I used the Digital Diamond engine, but I manually rolled the dice. So I picked up some D10 dice off of Amazon, and every now and then, sometimes I'll use the built-in Digital Diamond randomized dice, but sometimes I just feel like throwing my own dice. Oh, and that reminds me, I have a what do you call it? It's a dice box from Michigan and Trumbull that's on order. I should be getting it in a couple of weeks. It's going to be the old Tiger Stadium, and it should have some pictures of some old-time Tigers, Ty Cobb, Alan Trammell. I'm drawing a blank. Mark Fidrich. I asked for a couple of others, and the gentleman who runs that store, runs that company, is putting it together for me. He says, just tell me what you want and I'll take care of the rest. So I'm probably going to do an unboxing on that video when I get that. So anyway, let's here's the write-up that Digital Diamond puts out there. Celebration broke out on the field and in the stands as the winning run crossed the plate in the final half inning. The exciting finish in this close game gave Detroit the hard-fought 9-8 win. Lance Parrish led the offense for Detroit, going 2 for 5 with a walk, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Next up, Detroit will travel to Cleveland. Boston will host Chicago. The newspaper box score. Actually, I want to just jump to the scorecard. And this is one of the things I love about Digital Diamond is it generates a scorecard as you're playing the game. I love a good scorecard. Sometimes I like to just get out a sheet of paper and do my own scorecard. Sometimes even just watching a real TV, a real baseball game on TV, I'll just get out a piece of paper and keep score. It's just something I love to do. Oh, and by the way, there is a pretty cool website. Let me show it to you if you're not aware. Let me open this up here, bring this over, and it's called livebaseballscorecards.com. So it's livebaseballscorecards.com. Okay, and let's say I could pick out the actual scorecard for this game. This game was, it was on May 3rd. 1984. There we go. Select date. So if I come down here, there's Boston at Detroit. So this is the actual scorecard that was used, that was created during that game. And you can see here the Tigers. Do I have to reduce the zoom? Control 0. No, it's maybe control. There we go. So you can see the Tigers. Who's up top here? So the Red Sox scored 1, and the Tigers scored 6. There we go. 6-1 in real life. Here's another really cool thing: is if you're watching a live game, even if you're not, this will update live games. So, like, let's say we're at August. Where are we at here? Today's we at August 1st. Oops, August 1st, 2024. There we go. And is there anything live going on here? Nothing live, but you can click into this and it will update the scorecard as the game's played. So real time. It is sweet. So livebaseballscorecards.com. All right, let's get rid of this. Get back to our own scorecard. So the dramatic come from behind extra inning walk-off win for the Tigers. So let's just go through this game quickly. You can see that right off the bat, the Tigers had their ace, Jack Morris, on the mound, and they got to him quickly. He retired the first two batters pretty easily, and then Wade Boggs came up and hit a double, Jim Rice a single, and then I think it's Mike Easler came up and hit a 3-run bomb. And then they still weren't done. They got a base hit off of him before he was able to get out of the inning. So they got through 7 batters, put 3 runs on the board. And that held up until the bottom of the second. And in the bottom of the second, you had, Larry Herndon, base hit, but then he was caught stealing. Chet Lemon struck out, so that inning was looking pretty dismal. And then Kirk Gibson came up and just hit a frozen rope bomb into the right field upper deck to give the Tigers a run there. So they're down 3-1 at this point, 3-1. But as the Tigers, as a lifelong Detroit Tigers fan, I can tell you, as the Tigers will typically do, when they get a run, they often will turn around and give those runs right back. And so here we go. Right after they scored 1, Boston comes up in the 3rd inning and scores 2. Again, I told you there were 7 home runs in this game. You can see Boston hit 1, 2, 3. 3 of them. Tigers hit 4. But Mike Easler came up and hit his second home run of the game. I didn't even notice that until just now. I know that Lance Parrish hit 2, but I didn't realize. Oh, actually, yes, I did. Yes, I did know that. Just pay no attention to me. So anyway, so that put 2 runs on the board, and so the Tigers trying to scrape their way back, and then boom, they give away 2 runs. They're down 5-1, and that goes all the way to the 5th inning. And in the 5th inning, the Tigers get a run back. And how do they do that? Well, with this game, the long ball, a home run. So it was Marty Castillo hit his I believe, first home run of my simulation, my replay season. Let me just say this: I play as played lineups, but every now and then I will tweak things. And Tommy Brookins has been really struggling for me, and I decided to sit him this game. And I put in Marty Castillo to play third base, and Castillo came in and went 3 for, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No, that's a walk. So 3 for 5 with a home run, and he scored every time he was on base. 3 runs scored. Had a triple here. So he came a double shy of hitting for the cycle. So that looked like quite the genius move by me, if I might say. Yeah. Anyway, so that put the Tigers, let's see, so that made it 5-2. And again, see what I'm talking about here? They get a run, they give away 2. They get a run, they give away 2. So here we go. Mike Easler comes up, hits a double, and Tony Armas comes up and hits a long home run into center field. Back in the old Tiger Stadium, the flagpole was out in center field, and it was actually on the field. So there was the fence, and then a couple feet before the fence, the flagpole stood there. So a center fielder could literally run into the flagpole trying to catch a ball. So that's old-time stadiums. Anyway, so he hit one to center field in my imagination. Anyways, and so that made it 7-2. Tigers again, bottom of the sixth, came back. Base hit. This is one of the few runs that was generated by a base hit. The walk-off was generated by that. But we got a base hit for Marty Castillo, of course, my genius move. Rusty Kuntz hit a double that scored Castillo. And after 6, it was 7-3. And then the big inning came up. The 7th inning, we had a relief pitcher in by this point. Who was our relief pitcher? For the Tigers? Emilio Lopez had come in by this point. All blasted. Sorry about that. Let me go back in here. Go into the scorecard. Okay, so we had our big. Did I go into the wrong game? I went into the wrong game. Nice. Tigers, Red Sox, box score. I think I went into this one here. There we go. So they were down 7-3, and in the 7th inning, they put up 3 of their own. And how did that happen? Well, of course, the long ball. Base hit for Trammell, base hit for Garbe, and big Lance Parrish, who I got his autograph when I was a kid. Do I know where that autograph is? I do not. But I saw him. I was actually walking through the stadium, the inner part of the stadium. It wasn't out on the field. Like I went up to the wall and he was there. He was just like back somewhere. A door was open and I saw him standing there. And I ran over to him. I didn't know what to. I didn't know what to use. I didn't have anything, so I somehow grabbed a pen from somewhere and I took a piece of paper from a bag and I ripped it and I went up to him. I was the worst prepared autograph seeker, yet he accommodated me. I think he had to even kind of scribble a little bit to get the pen to work. But he was gracious and signed my little piece of paper that I went on to lose. So nice, huh? Anyways, Lance Parrish hits a 3-run bomb and puts the Tigers right back in at 7-6. We go through the 8th. We keep the Red Sox off the board in the 9th, but we're down a run. And we need something, okay? And who do we turn to? Who answers the call? Lance Parrish. Another home run to tie it up. Tigers put some runners aboard with an error and a base hit, but couldn't do anything with that. So Parrish hits his second home run of the game. So, Armas right here, when he hits a 2-run bomb, he's like, he sees the Tigers trying to get back in this 5-2. And he's like, you know what? No, you're not coming back, Tigers. And he kind of stared him down and he hit that 2-run shot. And then Parrish came, and before he got into the batter's box, he stared down Armas. It was pretty cool. And then he hit that home run. So 7-7. We go to the 10th, and then we go to the 11th, and bad news for the Tigers. The Red Sox put a run on the board, a double for Gedman, sacrificed over by Nichols to third, and then another double from Marty Barrett, and the Tigers get out of the inning, but the damage was done. They're now down 8-7. So we're on the bottom of the 11th, and this is where the excitement happens. Actually, it's been exciting the whole way through because the Tigers had to come back from 7-2. Anyways, base hit for Herndon, a fielder's choice for Lemon. You know what? I actually had bunted him over. I tried to bunt Herndon over. I had a really high number range that would have worked. It was like anything below 916 or something like that. And it would have been a good bunt moving Herndon over. It was like 965 that I rolled, and so it was a fielder's choice. So that put Lemon on first with 1 out. A fly out for Gibson. It's looking pretty dismal. We have 2 outs right now, and then Marty Castillo gets walked, and then Darrell Evans comes in to pinch hit. He gets walked, and so we have bases loaded for Sweet Lou Whitaker. And he delivers with a base hit that scored Lemon and Castillo. 9-8 final score. What a game. Let's take a look at the newspaper box score. You can see Marty Barrett had a decent game. two hits with a run. Wade Boggs, he got a hit and scored a run, walked twice, and it was very Wade Boggish. Jim Rice, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Mike Easler had a great game, 3 hits, 3 runs, 5 RBIs, and 2 home runs. So great day for him. Wasted, though. And then Armas, 2 for 5 with a home run, 2 RBIs. Rich Gedman, 1 for 5. And let's see. So let's see. 2 doubles for Barrett. Let's see, a double for Boggs, Easler. So Easler had 2 home runs and a double. Yeah, he came a triple shy of hitting for the cycle. Gedman. Home runs by Easler, 2. Armas. RBI stolen base for Nickel. I'm sorry, that's not a stolen base. It's a sacrifice. A couple of errors. Barrett and Gutierrez each commit their second error of the year. There was a hit by pitch. Nichols. And Gutierrez grounded into a double play. Let's take a look at our Tigers. And Boston did have a double play, and they stranded 6. Let's look at the Tigers. Whitaker got up 7 times, so he was really having a bad day. And in that 11th inning, he had a chance to come back and make up for it, and boy, did he with that walk-off single. So there's his hit with 2 RBIs. He struck out. Alan Trammell, 1 for 4 with a couple of walks. Garbe, 2 for 6, scored a run. Parrish, big day for Parrish. Not doing great on the season, the replay season, that is. But 2 for 5, 4 RBIs. That was 2 home runs, a walk, a strikeout, 2 runs scored. Lemon, 2 for 6. Gibson, 1 for 6. Castillo, again, my brilliant move, taking Brookins out and putting Castillo in. Yeah, that's right. 3 for 5. He almost hit for the cycle. He had a home run. Rusty Kuntz, 1 for 4. Darrell Evans came in to pinch hit and walked. So the Tigers were 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position, so they were struggling to get those key hits. Let's see, double for Kuntz, triple for Castillo, home run 2 for Parrish, Gibson, and Castillo. Whitaker, Parrish, Gibson, Castillo, Kuntz drove in runs. Herndon caught stealing. Tigers also had a double play, and they stranded 12 batters. So let's see, who got the win? Let's see. Hernandez got the win. Guillermo, Willie Hernandez, and I think that's Mike Brown got the loss at 1 and 3. Let's see, anything outstanding here? 5 strikeouts for Ojeda. 7 earned runs allowed by Morris. Not a good outing for him. That's really going to hurt his ERA. He allowed 3 home runs. So, yeah, that's probably my fault for leaving him in too long. So, brilliant move with Castillo. Not so brilliant with Morris, who was my ace. His endurance he still had a lot of gas in the tank, so I thought I'd stay with him, but it just was not his game. DDBB player of the game, Lance Parrish. There was a Tiger Stadium. It was a walk-off. And again, the away lineup was as played. The home lineup was also as played with one tweak, and that's why this got switched to manual. So that is it, folks. I appreciate if you've watched this far. Thank you so much. Let's see, get myself on the camera here. And I hope you're enjoying a nice cold pop like I am today. And today's lawn mowing day. So when I get done here, I've got to go out and mow the yard. But I actually like doing that. I usually wear these headphones right here and, put on a good podcast, Digital to Dice, or there's another one out there called When There Was Baseball. And they interview like a lot of old-time players, like from the 60s and the 70s, and sometimes the 50s if they're still around. And it's just really interesting to hear some of the stories and experiences that those guys had. So, all right, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for stopping by. God bless.